In general, sleep functions fall into two categories, those for the body as a whole and those for the brain. We'll begin with those for the body, being restoration, conservation of energy, that is, and protection. Restorative studies are based on the theory that the function of sleep is for the restoration of various bodily processes that are depleted during wakefulness. Here is some impressive evidence. Many illnesses produce sleepiness, and extra sleep is related to illness recovery. Sleep loss produces higher vulnerability to illnesses. Wound healing is hindered by sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation hinders bodily functions in humans, and there is an increase in immune system functioning during sleep. Critics of these studies point out that the degree of muscle wear and tear is only weakly correlated with sleep length in humans. It is not clear why an unconscious state is needed. Why not just a period or periods of inactivity? In conclusion, there is ample evidence that restoration is one of the functions of sleep, but it is not fully understood and cannot be the only function. Conservation studies posit that a function of sleep is to conserve energy. When you are sleeping, you are storing up energy, just as your phone needs recharging, so does your body. The evidence for this postulate is also impressive. Let's see here. With sleep comes inactivity, which in turn helps to balance the body's energy budget. With sleep comes a significant lowering of body temperature, which is known to conserve energy. The higher the metabolic rate of different species, the higher amount of sleep needed. And sleep debt is related to feelings of fatigue, lack of energy, and lethargy. Now, critics of these studies point out that sleep does not conserve much more energy than inactivity. Also, the amount of energy conserved by sleeping is quite small. Also, hibernating animals conserve much more energy, but when they come out of hibernation, they still show signs of sleep deprivation. In conclusion, there is evidence that conservation is one of the functions of sleep, but it cannot be the primary or the only function. Studies of the protection function are based on the fact that humans' vision is less acute at nighttime. Thus, our ancestors were safer from predators by tucking themselves away and sleeping during nighttime hours. These theories still apply today. Consider the fact that we are most likely to experience accidents and or to be the victims of a crime at nighttime. However, even protective theories have their criticisms. If this were the only function of sleep, it would be accomplished more effectively by the half-brain sleep we've studied in some aquatic animals and some birds that migrate over large bodies of water. This form of half-brain sleep would not only ensure that we are tucked away and inactive at nighttime, but half of our brains would remain on the alert. Finally, protection cannot be the only function of sleep, or we would not experience sleep rebound after sleep deprivation. It would simply be too late for any protective function.